stadium where they've got a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Northern Illinois Huskies. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Northern Illinois' offense will get the first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Makes the catch. It's Givens. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got a man. It's Givens. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Wants to throw again. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The big play came, David. He saw that safety and just didn't believe he could get over the top in time.
Exactly right. You see the one safety in the middle of the field. You know the outside parts of the field are open. Run those goes, those streaks down the field on the outside. Let your playmaking receiver make that play for you.
It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Muscling ahead on third and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bulldogs offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game record. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Swings it out to the flat. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down was big.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Handoff from the gun. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Thompson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Spins away from the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. By himself, he makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Mississippi State. A great catch and run for 6.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of time before he fires right. He's got it along the sideline. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. 3rd play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibbons. Good, solid tackle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Snagged in the middle. It's Gibbons. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Shoots it to the left. He caught it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Rushes on him. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The official says no good, and it is still a 4-point deficit.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
And the Huskies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Sweet cut there. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Myers left. That's reeled in. It's Thompson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. To the ground. He's got it again. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. With the catch, it's Mosley. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Poe. And the returner will be knocked down. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Makes the grab, it's Bryant. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. The handoff to Johnson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. There he goes! A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slowed down back at the 43.
Defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Zips it out to his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He leaves it with his back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. On the run, still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a heat. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit. He's got it down the left side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Shapen. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Gonna look downfield again. Caught near the sticks. It's Bryant. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need to score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Quarterback keeps it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. They'll give it to Johnson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs offense left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Got it in the middle. It's Givens. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, you really wanted that first down. Time is not your friend right now. You better come to the line with a good thought process because that clock is ticking.
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Got his man downfield. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. A first down run in the red zone. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to, what, a couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme.
Big 3rd and goal here in overtime as they try to get a touchdown to take the lead. From the gun, wants to pass. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up 4th down.
Man, you kind of wonder, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there, broke on the football, almost had the big play.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver comes in motion with jet sweep pass. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd down, and they want to make sure their kicker has a chance to win it in overtime. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And, man, now you see why it's such an advantage to play defense first in overtime. So your offense knows exactly what they need. Nice job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and forcing the would-be field goal attempt next.
They'll set up for this chip shot that would win the game. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.